That is where I want our focus to be. So we would walk through what temperaments are because they form behaviors and behavioral traits. We'll look at the basic 4 temperaments that had existed time memorial and where behavioral traits originate from. And we'll look at some discussions, have some discussion questions, we answer it among ourselves. Then we'll proceed to look at what admirable traits we may look for. It will not be an exhaustive list, but something to point us to looking out for traits that are admirable to us and the traits that can really help us as we engage in one relationship at a time, love relationship per se. So, as Christian youth, we know the place of love in everything we do. Although I idea I fapin wo yade nyina mu say ye odo e wo abusua entem e odo e wa ayonkofo entem e na odo e wo ye ene Awurade Yesu Kristo entem ansa na odo a e wo oyire ene okunu enso entem. Love is a very key foundation to all that we are doing, and so today we are basing all our discussions on Romans 12 verse 10. He says that be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. Be devoted to one another in love. Dim wo me ene wo ni. Entra wo ho so. I patche said there won be say ye de be ye o no. Me fa anya wo yonko. I think that is the crux of this verse, and that's what our guiding verse for today's discussion. So we know, and I know that most of us have come across these basic temperaments as we had journeyed through our lives courses or roads. And by the family who say, if you ask me one, you're born the Odasania. Anye biano. You be who sa ne mam enai mu baako ana mienu ana miensa wonu. I can't any doing so nipa ne yesen ya or yesay. But as time goes on and as studies goes on, we realize that no one individual, usually an individual does not exhibit a single temperament, and one will have several coming together, and that is where the behavioral traits come in, because and give birth to something else. So basically, in the past we have looked at the melancholy, the choleric, the sanguine, and the phlegmatic. And they all have their strong traits, their weaker traits, and but the human being cannot be boxed, especially when it comes to behavior, because behavior is very dynamic. And so melancholy, those days are, Rebecca said the person is thoughtful, the person is analytical, or is sensitive. So relationship, love relationship, a quite strong person in a daily. That's when Nipano sanguine. Also, is very sociable or very enthused about things, very expressive, spontaneous. Hey, so I had Gani says yeah. And so no Nipano so namwa. You have to know how to deal with that person and how to address this behavioral trait that comes out of the person being that person. And each of them have things about them that we all would love to see. For instance, the choleric, it says they are strong leaders, they are determined, they are energetic, they are problem solvers. So you can imagine being in a relationship with a choleric who is a woman, and you are the man, and this person is exhibiting strong leadership qualities. It has potential to escalate conflict, and it has also potential to helping you grow that relationship. Because all leadership traits na me nia. Let's say me ma me ho kwan ya otimi di me true pempenso a me traits no e bia mfa me endu. Some patch omo ti ase. So all these traits have different, let's say, advantages and disadvantages. It is up to us. I think in our learning, we need to learn the human being as well. I will say it's a nipa. Particularly the person you are trying to be in a love relationship with. You need to study the person and see, say, nipa way, how is the person's temperament like? Then you learn it. Then you move. So generally, temperaments are like biologically rooted in individuals, and they are relatively stable core to how we express ourselves. And it shapes our emotions, it shapes our behaviors, it shapes our adaptability, and even how we grow into adulthood. Our temperaments shape all of this, together with all other things, the environment and everything else. This serves as the core. Nti no, the person edit to you say, people are really 100%. As I've said, there is a mix of these temperaments in an individual, and we need to address it as such. However, as I have said here, our temperament should not be our excuse to exhibit unhealthy traits in a relationship. We can say, me the son am it here, me mpe kasa. Nti one ne bon komo kwa so obegiji so onye so. So nipa no so nipa ni ho also no don pe kasa. It's not an excuse to exhibit such traits in a loving relationship, because it can really generate into a lot of things, including ending in emotional abuse, controlling behaviors, disrespect, and all the other things we don't want to see in a relationship. Who take it stand, they say na me tie, say na me dem ye madia, and yeah, I can't na me new to know, a bad pa. But try to say, it me at also. Okay. So I'll pose a few questions. You might not be able to run through all, but please pay attention to the questions. We may want to answer it for ourselves, or we may want to answer it for the larger group to hear what our thoughts are. So I'm just posting the questions. Let's see. The first one I want to ask us before we even go into anything else is that, how do you know when somebody genuinely respects you? Obi so obu. Then a quiet then a bit stress say unipanu obumiampa. That's one of the questions. How does healthy love look like in our generation? Yemre ya yewomi. Yeka odra eye papa odra mama ahomeji mama masumujia. How does it look like? How does a healthy love relationship look like in our generation now? Noting that our generation is very different from the ones our mothers and grandmothers had. The next one I want us to look at is, what does love mean beyond attraction? So I'll take these three and then we can deliberate on it briefly. What does it mean beyond attraction? I'm attracted to you. What does love play in that attraction? And what does it mean that if I love you or I'm attracted to you, what role does love play in that? Patriot question, I say. So let's take any of them. Anyone who has a response to any of them, you can put up your hand and share with us. Is it clear enough? Okay. So anybody who has a response to any of these theory before we go into the next theory? I shall say. Obi se ni obua. Then a betray. Then I'll be who ni pano. Okay.
Nice. Thank you.
Let's okay. Then he and all right. We'll start with you and then we'll go to the back.
Okay, so how do you know when someone genuinely respects you?
Yeah.
So I see it through say nipa no wa humbrasie, how the person carries his or herself. So
Okay.
that's what I see.
Okay. Onipa no wa ahobrasias. The way onipa no carry no ho, it shows say obu. Okay. But for the next one, which one are you taking?
Thank you.
The same one. Okay.
So how I understand it in say, if someone respects you, the person listens to you.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So you say onipa no e wa ahobrasias, the way the person carries themselves. Yamba that say e kwa onipa no e dan respect, right? So how does the person, why would you know? In which way? If I can come back to you. Because you gave me back my word. Is that how the person respects you or listens to you? Oh, okay, all right. Absolutely. So Bumia, wait here, Masam, is in the Bible, right? The Lord said, if you love me, hear my voice. Okay, who has any to share? Which question are you taking? We have two thoughts on the first question. Which one are you taking? Never. Young Trasso. Okay. What's your name? What's your name? Kelvin. Okay, let's hear your view. Which one are you taking?
The third one.
The third one.
What does love mean to you beyond attraction?
Attraction.
So it can be the personality, how the person carries himself around, the attitude. Because you can be attracted to a friend, but the attitude of the person will be like very very bad or very very nice and warm to be around. So that's how I see the third
Okay.
one.
So to Kelvin, love, the role love plays in our attraction also goes back to how you carry yourself, how warm you are when I am with you. At first I'm attracted to you, but when I draw closer to you, I need to feel that warmth. I need to see how you carry yourself and even how you react to other people. Okay, all right. Sister, what's your name? Or you were picking the mic for her? Oh, when you kita dia can be
Oh, please let me take the third one.
Okay.
I think the person's character.
Character.
Yes.
Be to
So it
sese.
will not just be the physical appearance, but the character
Character.
that the person will
But
put up.
character baako din a wobɛhwɛ so aka sɛ
Maybe the person is calm.
calm.
Eh.
Okay, yo, mate. Yeah, that's it. So we'll move on. Let's look at the fourth one. This one won't answer. We'll just leave it. But is jealousy a sign of love? Yes or no? But when does it become controlling? Is jealousy a sign of love? If it's yes, or if it's no? And if it's yes, when does it move from love to controlling? It's a food for thought. Then the next one I want us to look at is, what role should social media play in a relationship? In a relationship, what role should social media play in our relationship, our love relationship? Obi my reflection there now. You're moving on. Obi my reflection. Social media, what influence or what role should it play on our relationship? Yes. Okay.
Thank you. I think that social media should play a healthy and an effective communication role or communicative role in a relationship. Thank you.
Okay. We'll unpack it. We'll leave it there. A healthy communication and effective communication within the relationship. Okay. When we move on, we'll see other examples. The next one is, what are the warning signs that a relationship is becoming unhealthy? What are the warning signs that a relationship is becoming unhealthy? Yes.
You see that the degree to which communication goes will
Pardon?
drastically go down.
Pardon?
Communication will drastically go down.
Okay, communication will drastically go down. Yeah. Then we are heading towards an unhealthy relationship. Yeah. Who else wants to add? Yes, Kelvin.
When you see those signs, just don't ignore the signs. Like don't ignore the red flags.
There's no agreement.
Yeah.
There's all forms of abuse that you can think of.
Any form of discussion turns into it.
Every little discussion is blown out of proportion. Then exactly. You know that the relationship is heading towards
and abuse too. Yeah.
And abuse. Okay. Yes, sister.
Partner anymore.
When you don't trust your partner, when the person has given you reason not to trust them anymore.
Yes, please.
Because trust need them, but as to say because I trust one, it is you. When we all start on trust, but you will have to give me reason either to continue trusting you or not. Very interesting. And the last one, how can you tell the difference between genuine attraction and manipulation? How can you tell genuine attraction or pemasem? Now, so when I say or pemasem because Bibi Shasio, the person is manipulating me to an end, or the person genuinely is attracted to me. It's a very rather can give us your perspective.
Okay, so the difference between where you can tell a genuine attraction and a manipulative one. For instance, when you're in a relationship, two people are in a relationship, a boy and a girl, the manipulative side will be like, maybe we normally have something called people that we call them opportunists.
Opportunist,
Yeah,
okay.
so they will just, because of what you have, they are
Okay.
in for whatever they want. After they get it, they leave. These
Okay.
people are very manipulative.
Okay.
But when it comes to a genuine attraction, irrespective of how you are or who you are, the person is ready to stay and listen to you, regardless of the indifferences between you and the other partner.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So, like, brother is saying that the person is other former mal because of what you have. The person would manipulate you, will buy you the whole world, but the person genuinely may not like you. Now, so who say will be corner move or yes, I didn't you become compelled to give it out, right? So there is really a big difference in there. Okay, so these are some questions I wanted us to think about as we are speaking about relationships. I'm saying that we are talking about love relationships within the Christian circle or as youth, Christian youth. These are questions we do not need to browse over because it's not exhaustive, but at least some of these questions form a foundation, building blocks. If you get the right answers to them, you are building the blocks to your relationship future. If you get the wrong answers and you decide to still stay with the wrong answers, you are still building your foundation. But we all know how it will end because the answers you got were wrong. Okay, so let's look at a few thoughts I had on these questions, not all of them, just a few. So the first we are looking at, how does a healthy relationship look like in our generation? In our generation, how does a healthy relationship look like? And the first one, our brother touched on it, respect, right? Or you said listening. I want to add respect to the conversation. And I think somebody also mentioned that. In our days, relationship, in our generation, and I don't think it's even in our generation, obia person obi buno. And particularly one relationship mo. So my person and outside the boom here, then you that I'm in a relationship with you, what I cannot expect less. We expect respect from each other. And respect is not one-sided. Again, value one partner's opinion, choices, the body, the person's time, the person's boundaries, listening, as our brother said, to me, it shows respect. We are in a relationship, not married yet. You have to respect my body because it's not yours at this point. It's only in marriage that then the Bible says that why your body is not your husband, the body is not your own. But once we are in a relationship and has not ended in marriage, my body is not yours. You need to respect my body. You need to respect my opinions. Some people are so high on their horses that almost feel someone can answer one team. And so no. Assembly honor per se, you offer an opinion to it, they'll either shut you down or you say it, you never find any of your opinions ever implemented in the relationship. But that does not show respect in my perspective. Yes. The second one I'd want us to look at is empathy. A humor. I think that's the key word, empathy. So menya otema ama wa me no relationship no more. So I'm a woman, you are a man. Biologically, we are different. Perhaps the woman is going through her period. She has cramps. We are in a relationship. You have expectations of her within that period, which is not able to meet it. And you are not able to think beyond the box to know the situation she's in because you don't have empathy in any way for her. And it's the same way for the men. The men harbor a lot of emotions. It's a man, nipa, bema na mene ne namu na mene what relationship. And then maybe pointing me to say, be a nema nkoye wa ejuma mu, and a nema nkoye wa school mu. And senior, I complain on everything. No, the person is not himself, and we are not even seeing it. We don't have empathy for ourselves. So I think a healthy relationship should exhibit empathy, trying to understand how your actions affect your partner. And so me ko wi ade na e chimia. Girl na me ne nam no enim begu ase. Until then, you'll not even go there. But if you are self-centered and it's all about yourself, you don't care. You don't have any empathy. You don't care about how your actions affect your partner, male or female. I don't think it's a sign of a good relationship. Empathy is something we should look for in our modern generation when we are looking at relationship choices. Then I talked about accountability. Admitting when you are wrong and making genuine efforts to change. Accountability. Onim sɛ ade no ɔno paa na ɔyɛ at fault. And so ɔbɛgye to mu no. We try to point it out to him or her. Ɛbɛda and ntɔkwa. But I think if you are really focused and aiming towards a lifelong relationship with somebody, accountability is one of the smallest traits we can learn it and exhibit it. So when to me from so on to at this stage, and from some baby there are many on the way. Then things will blow out of proportion when we get to that bridge. Me abonena you discuss ubekumiyana. Can you kill me? No. I mean, if I know I'm at fault, let me do more. Let's say bonena mayeno, you are unable to look beyond that and forgive me, so you want to go. Like I said, I'll not force you to stay. But I think the dishonesty will be when we try to cover whatever we have done. And even when it has come to light, we are unwilling to talk about it. Some people are just unwilling to talk about it. The issue will never be addressed. Now we move on. What is it creating? A bad foundation. And now, been 3 years after, the one party will go and bring the matter, and then it becomes another problem because as some way they are bedroom. But a bedroom at the time, you didn't let us address it. It's still there. So it's better at the earlier stage we learn accountability. We learn to address issues head on, find solutions and move on. Because also. The next I want us to look at is self-awareness. Like I said, self-awareness is knowing you, the individual, your own weakness, your triggers, your values, and your expectations. So me, anyway na me pe. Said how na me person me could do. How do I have any expectations of you? Me myself, I'm not aware of myself. How do I become aware of the other person? I don't know what character traits I am. I don't know what my temperament. I'm all over the place. I don't have any roadmap of where I'm going. How do I expect anything from my partner? The person I am in a love relationship with. You cannot have it. So first, learn yourself. Learn what triggers you. Okay? As youth, a lot of things might trigger us. So if you know what triggers you, what would you do? You stay away from that. But all them they trigger out. Maybe unkwa o show fear na unpie nkwa abonte. Unko hu say na fofo egugubi na wakobugubi. Someone friend me say that group, I'm not following them because they are my triggers. So you need to know what triggers you and then you work towards it. But only more and you cannot have an expectation from your other partner in that relationship. Then consistency. And now I am so share. The next moment I am so new. You can't even place the person in anything. The person is so inconsistent with their behavior and their words. Oka A, but no B. You know? Oka A, but B. Emotionally, today you are available. The next minute, there's a new message, your own fee. But the next time I turn around, now I'm busy, I'm focusing on other things. So that's when also one need job. And you expect me to drop all that I'm doing and now be in your mood. Doesn't work like that. You won't have peace in the relationship. It goes back to learning each other. If you want space, accountability, oh, when you know, maybe I'm slow kakra. Okay, wait na to each other, bonny. Or better so the person will not expect much from you within that period. Accountability, being open to each other. Oh, I'm going through some family challenge, being seen and financially. And then man shall go into now. So I will na lunch be na me see a bekono. We cannot do it this month. How about we postpone it to next month? Wow, what's the beko lunch? My one country and me say oh hon yet. Finances in yet. Then about 2 days that time you can raise ya and then tokwa. And then I also want to make home. Did you tell me you're standing? No, I don't know it. What I say? So be consistent in your actions and in your words. And then I want us also to think about communication. We have talked about communication. I think it's one of the fundamentals. We should be able to communicate our feelings to our partners. Unless that relationship we are in, yeah, na you find it serious. You say uncle baby, and then the but if you are in a serious relationship, a serious love relationship, aiming to end the marriage, and you are not able to talk about your feelings, your concerns, your fears to your partner, you have not found the right person yet. If you are not able to be vulnerable with how you are really feeling and the things you are going through with that partner you haven't found the right person yet. Because when people way, and now they cut na affable. Now want me can the how share na. That's where the mood swings comes. That is where the akumana was so na ade enye tokakra no. Then becomes a fight. Because I'm not able to open up to you as my partner with the things that really concern me. Is it difficult to do that? Let me hear from you. How easy is it to open up to somebody that you are in a relationship with about things that are really bothering you? What are your thoughts on it? Yes.
If you want to ask a person,
Yeah.
you can't open to, if I thought
Her.
I'm in a relationship
With
with her
her.
and I tell her what my problem is, maybe she can go and tell her fellow friend. If she doesn't have that, I don't have that trust.
You don't have that trust in
Yeah.
here. So trust. If I don't trust you, what am I in the relationship with you for? And then now go and need you. We are playing. And I don't think we need to waste our time on play when it comes to love relationship. Because it's a commitment. And I don't trust you. So I'm not able to open up to you. Rebecca somebody chair the next time you do a sorry down. No be aba. Hey, Mati say nipa ba ko pe na me kan somebody chair no. Na then I'll go say you have broken my trust. You have broken the foundation of the relationship. And we need to be guided. We need to be guided. Yes, Obi do Rebecca how yes, tell me.
From what he said, from what he said, I think the first step is for you to trust your own self. Because if I don't trust my own self, me trusting another person is a whole different situation altogether. So the first step into the communication thing is like you trusting your own self. Because what if what I'm telling Beatrice today that oh this and this happened to me, I want to confide in here. What's it called?
The guarantee.
The surety that I won't do it again myself in another time or another month. So like the first step is like you trusting your own self and knowing what you can do and how you can hold yourself in some situations.
Yeah.
So that's how I see
Owning
it.
up to yourself.
Yeah.
Being accountable to yourself.
Yes.
And knowing that this situation I've gone in, if I share it, I'm sharing it because I don't want to
Yes.
repeat it as a person.
Exactly.
Know
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah, know yourself,
and know
yeah.
how to navigate it. Okay, so we will move on for want of time. Then the last one I want us to look at is honesty. Being truthful even when truth is uncomfortable. Being truthful even when the truth is uncomfortable. I used to have a director in the office. And he was a very good man. But one of the things the man despises, someone more with Juma, also delivered this work 12 p.m. on Tuesday. Or the last week. Let's say last week Wednesday. You are delivering it on Tuesday. Thursday one can hold share. When you started doing the work, maybe you had come into a problem, right? You start on it, you never mention it. Friday, you didn't mention it. Monday, you didn't mention it. Then Tuesday, 11:59. Then you send him an email. Say, I'm unable to submit the report of ABCD. He will cut off your head. And me, myself, I cut off your head. Right? Amnesty. Obeka ne ntem ni ahwehwe a no solution no. Na ade be hye wo ho a na akose ne de we na ye. Bibi samo. Obeka ne ntem ni ahwehwe ho solution. Na ade be hye wo ho a na akọwie de enye no. Which one do you prefer? Some people, especially on the side of the women, I don't know about the men, but some women have children before marriage. And they are able to keep the secrets away from the man they intend to marry till after maybe 5 years prior into the marriage. Satan no reply be trust. You have broken my trust. And think I'm ushia me na mse me wo ma miensa. Bra obe me akọ. Or say that be mean to me. Now me moving on. And I'm saving 5 years. I say 5 years. Who knows how many opportunities have come in that 5-year period when I was lying to this honest person. Honesty. I believe in canem. Let's find a solution and move on. Than to sit on it and let it become a canker and spoil the whole fish. Yes, a proyefi abuanity. And it spoils like one bad nut spoils the whole basket. It spoils the whole thing. At that time, now you are trying to tell me about the truth. I'm long gone. Maybe the relationship have moved on from love relationship into marriage. But because you are not trustworthy. Honest. It's something we can look out for in a healthy relationship. Okay, so we'll move on. Any question? Contribution, reflection. Then move on. And you told me how many minutes I have. Okay.
Situation like that, you are not able to know the truth. And for somebody to be honest with you, it lies in the utmost bosom of the person. So how can we recover from
The
dishonesty?
shock. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
How can we recover from this honesty? I'm in a relationship with you. There is something very critical that can break the relationship or make the relationship. You never told me about. I went and found it out from a third party. How will I recover? I'm thinking of recovery because I want to move on with you. But if I don't want to move on with you, there recovery be as a munim. And then but I like this road. The road is I want to move on with you. So how will I recover? Who will help? Yes.
I think you reach out to a counselor.
Okay.
You reach out to a counselor, so a counselor will advise you about that.
All right. Our sister says you don't need to suffer in isolation. Reach out to a professional counselor and let's see how you can overcome it. That is one. Who wants to add to it? Who wants to add? Yes.
Then you have to brace yourself for like more dishonesty.
You have to
Brace yourself for more dishonesty.
You have to brace yourself for more dishonesty. That is dangerous.
More.
That is dangerous.
It's a train, and when it starts moving, it never stops.
Okay.
It never stops.
All right. This one is difficult.
It never stops.
Senior wants to add. How do you recover from dishonesty?
To what our brother David said, once you go in for recovery, as you said, then it means you are ready to move on with that relationship. So that means that you need to be able to forgive. That is one. Be prepared to forgive your partner and then accept whatever has happened sometimes society even comes in. She did this to you, or he did that to you, and you are still in that relationship. So once you want to move in, you know that yes, there is a challenge, there's a problem, but I'm ready to forgive and then move on. But if you think that you cannot forgive, then it is better you quit. Because being in that relationship will continue hunting you. And whenever the slightest thing that happens, you will keep on thinking about that particular issue. So if once you decide that you want to give the person a second chance, then you should be ready to forgive, irrespective of whatever that happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Senior. So seeking professional help is very important. But some of the things can be so traumatizing that you will not be able to recover on your own. But once you seek professional help, they can help. I'm looking at the point of the wrongdoer, the dishonest person. Into now, what the idea say, and I want to recover from it, right? You, the dishonest person, needs to be committed. At that moment, let us lay it bare. Onka, and then so yeah, what is all back? And then no relationship, no. And some people too, they're from Konowokaya, or no on or no on swa, no so jamo bin swa. And then you become a victim of that person's manipulation. If we all make mistakes, it's part of life. We are all, nobody is perfect except the Lord. So if I have made a mistake in the past and I was unable to bring it to you, but you have found out, and I have more other mistakes at that material moment, if I really want the relationship, my brother, the best thing is to come clean than to let him or her heal from this one that maybe it's just the tip of the iceberg. Then 2 years down the line, go and uncover a much bigger one. You are traumatizing that partner. You don't love the person. You don't respect the person. You don't have empathy. You are traumatizing somebody's child with your own mistakes and your dishonesty. To say, Eba, not a relationship, na me, my advice, can intervene solving ene, than say, nobody will kill you. You have the right to walk out of the relationship. Either of you have the right to walk out. Would that help? Will it help to recover? With some of these things help to recover. It could. We pray that the Lord will help us. Okay, let's continue with a few more examples. That word, I don't know how to pronounce it. Who pronounce it for me? Good. Asare. And Sako. Let's Aba. Give and take. We are in a loving relationship. When I did a good morning. We don't live together. And Shana Menkwana Michelle ye. Now only go good morning or phone so. Yes, da. Oh, a question. Okay, you're the Fabra near to us.
Like we the boys, when we wake up in the morning and we text them, man, you don't. The next they don't text you. It takes like 3 days or 4 days
No,
before they reply.
Before
So
they
I don't know
reply.
whether before they will come and say maybe good morning.
So when I say good morning today, should we read?
Yeah, no, it's not like that. When I say good morning, she'll see it too. She'll say morning. But for her
It does not originate from her. You are always the originator.
Yes.
Fine. Abba. We are in a relationship. What we saw Nipano? Let it be fun. It shouldn't be monotonous.
Like no, I'm not saying it for me. I'm not
I understand. It's a general thing. When you finish, let's talk for them, boy. Please go on.
please, I'm not.
I know. Yes, I understand. It's a general thing.
And then when you are texting, they want you to bring the topic so that they would
Contribute.
but don't bring the topic all the time. They want the guy to bring the topic so that you be answer. So that maybe if I said have you eaten and you say I've not eaten, then
Okay. All right.
Auntie,
Yes, ma. Yeah, back.
I want to
back.
talk.
Okay. Let me listen.
Okay, the thing is, sometimes the guys, they don't know how to talk to you in a sexy way.
Okay. Classic.
Maybe you coming to say, maybe you coming to say like maybe good morning. You have to say good morning, my sweetheart.
Of
But
course.
they'll just come. Good morning. How are you? So how are you expecting a girl to feel? I say like good show, good morning. Like maybe for sale somehow like that. So
Okay, yo, Martin. It's not the young person, Veronica. And you know, in this situation, on them how to, men are some of them are very few with words. And you know, and Kadena was all yeah. It's not an excuse, but you that you know how to say the good morning in a nice way, And Kadena was all yeah.
You being the only person saying it comes
And
it's not fair.
So I'll come there. So we started. The guy just chose good morning in that deep voice. I can even hear the voice in the phone. over 100 years. But I know there's a nice way of saying good morning. Maybe you can just send a sunny emoji. And to me, my started sending sunny emoji. Because now good morning about 5 a.m. Now me share my end my 1 week. Boy, that's so good morning now. Make us when you send to me it's in a fun way because in this journey we are learning, right? We are learning, and I always say that I joke in the office when we are working on a project. I tell my people that you need to cook the project in a way that when they ask you to eat it, you'll be comfortable to eat it, right? So if you are building a relationship, build it in a way that you will be comfortable. If at this point I cannot suggest to my friend better way of communication, and because in the future communication is a big problem in marriage, big problem in relationships. So if another we are starting, we have the learning grounds to learn, and I cannot suggest to you, and you the other party is not fast enough to learn. Now what you're because you should be fast enough to learn. Say, oh, there's a change. I mean, try me too. Emoji back and I share the reaction. We should be able to learn. But what am I saying? It shouldn't be one way. And sako and saba and sako. You are planning dates. Oh, maybe I call lunch be every day. Guy in the planning every day. We love to be pampered. We are women. The men, they also love it. Oh, men, don't you love to be pampered?
They do.
The men also love to be pampered. So once in a while, throw in a pamper. Take them also out. Don't always expect. On this one, the man side the pan and the back. Because we expect that we are the weaker vessels and so we should receive all the pampering. But I can tell you, our men also loves to be pampered. So let's it brings a monotonous, right? It doesn't become one way. And there's always expectation and there was always joy. Okay. That is how we should start the relationship and build on it. And yes, they do honor and some may be. Okay. So we have talked enough about that. Supportiveness. We are in a relationship. I know of a relationship that had to break because the guy was jealous of the girl. And so my friend Bisani said, oh, how is it going in the office? Or Fred Bisa, how she is performing in the office. And then use that one to maltreat her. Use that one to discredit her. Use that one to make her feel bad in the office there, office, but when you come home to the relationship, I am the guy, and I'll make you feel nothing like you feel in the office. Some people are not supportive of each other. We are building a relationship. Maybe we'll start Baku school, Baku Juma, Baku Juma. How are you supporting each other? How are you supporting? We need to support each other to grow. Because assuming if the bill is 10,000 and both of us are earning 8,000, 8,000, yeah, 10,000 if my saka 6,000 a bit media ABB. But if I'm not willing to support you to grow and I earn 8,000, the friction that will be in the house, you cannot handle it. Because you're not able to cover the 10,000 to even leave some for us to go on that date. Support each other to grow in every aspect, spiritually, education-wise, financially, opening savings. You are good at saving. Support the person to start saving. Spiritually, you are the one, the matured one between the two of us. Hold my hand, support me to grow. Some couples, even marriages, some are jealous of each other. How would you go? And it starts in the relationship. Manipulative, it's also there. They don't support each other. And it creates a lot of challenges in the home. Conflict resolution, I won't talk much about this, but all I have said it in person. It's better to resolve it now than to wait for it to become a canker. Self-awareness, we have talked about it in a way. Know what your triggers are and stay away from them if you want to have peace of mind in your relationship. And I'll talk about digital, the role social media plays in a relationship, digital responsibility. It says that be careful about private photos, online communication, social media, publicizing your relationship issues. You say I'm with online, the celebs, right? You see what they do with their relationships. I don't expect a Christian relationship to go through that. If you have an issue, especially like in this church, let me take the church for an example. There are counselors. The reverend minister is there. The reverend minister's wife is there. Catechist is there. Catechist's wife is there. Counseling committee is there. Adults are there. We are JY. YPG youth. And I'm in a relationship with somebody and I have an issue. And Panama two status. What's that one? Which one is that? No, the emoji peso. Well, two status, the emoji peso. Social media. That's not where we discuss relationship, serious relationship matters. When you do that, you are being manipulated. You are manipulating that person. And you are destroying that person. So our digital outlook and perspective needs to be one of a matured one. If I'm using it to celebrate you, I'm telling other people that this lady that is in the chair, Mama, don't venture because I've taken her already. Or that gentleman is mine. But if I'm using the social media to publish things that would cause somebody's heart to ache, palpitation, because when you say they are there to honor, because of what has transpired. We have to be very diligent in how we use our social media in our relationship. And then patience, giving each other room to grow and learn. Like I said, at this stage, it's sweet. We can learn and unlearn and get the best out of it. So let's take advantage of that. Let's look to other people's relationships that have worked and let's get close and learn the best things from them. Let's also look afar to those that have not worked and let us try and analyze how it ended like that. It's a period for us to learn, grow, and ungrow. Then I talked about discernment, looking beyond attraction, asking whether someone's character and values are compatible with yours. And you don't know how. That's why I asked the question earlier. That what does attraction? Love goes beyond attraction. It's not odonunkwa. if you really are looking long term, there's a lot of things that you need to do, a lot of questioning to be able to arrive at the right answers. Self-respect. When nipa kasa rough, you don't have self-respect. And so you'll be in that relationship and you'll be manipulated out to give out your pearls to pigs. You'll be throwing your pearls in front of pigs because you don't have self-respect. And you don't know when enough is enough. And you don't know how to walk away because you don't have self-respect. You don't even know yourself to respect yourself. So you'll be there and you'll be maltreated, you'll be manipulated to do things you never dreamed you would have done in your life. But you'll be manipulated to do so because you don't have self-respect. Again, temperament is not an excuse. More so when we are Christians and we have the Holy Spirit to transform us by the renewing of our minds. It's not an excuse to disrespect, maltreat, and manipulate anybody that you are in a relationship with. So, having said all these things, what should we then look out for in our love relationship? I just share, I think, 4 of them. There are many, but these are the 4 I picked. So I'll quickly just run through them. And then if you have any question, you can ask. The 4 I picked: emotional intelligence. A trait I would like to look out for is somebody who exhibits emotional intelligence, such that WhatsApp status, the person is able to read the scene and matured enough for us to sit to talk about it. Adaptable and growth mindset. Because this life is valleys and hills. So it says the God that is with me in the valley is the God that is with me on the mountain. You that I am with on the mountain, when we get to the valley, you should be able to adapt. Send your shoe back and for the next 1 year, no, we'll try and buy a quality one shoe. Wait for that 1 year until things get better, then we change it. It's not me what 10 shoes 10 years ago, and then no, and tisa, maybe I need 2 shoes, you should be able to be adaptable because this life is hills and mountains and valleys. And you will not always be on the hill. And I guess who jump it. Who is not here. It's better that you had gone through it and climbed up yourself. So please, we need to be adaptable and have a growth mindset. Then respect and accountability. We have talked about that. If you yourself are not accountable to yourself, you cannot demand accountability from somebody else. And communication and openness. I don't trust her. When I know what relationship means, me can't adhere harm in job. My call office, my boss, I hear me. As the man, I am moody. I'm not able to share it with you because I don't trust you. Because I now be man so now. A man is equally a human being, just like the woman. So the things you expect to receive, please try and give same to them. And I'll end by saying that healthy love should not require you to lose yourself. If I am in a relationship with you and it's a healthy one, your love should not require me to lose myself. Which means that your love should not manipulate me to do things I would originally not like to do, to lose myself. A good relationship should allow you to be respected, heard, listened to, feel safe, valued, and free to grow. A good relationship. I will say it me. I will say it me. I will say it should be able to make me feel safe that I'm not competing with anybody at that period. Once the relationship is on and is going, I feel so safe and sure. I'm not competing with anybody. And you have given me that assurance that I am safe with you, both ways, men and women. Attraction may start a relationship, but character, communication, respect, boundaries, and mutual responsibilities are what help to sustain it. I've seen you, I'm attracted to you. So we start something. We start talking. I check on you more than I check on all my other guy friends. So something is brewing. But there's my character. And the communication, the two-way communication, is and sabano. And the respect by listening to you, no, and hearing you. And the boundaries we each have. And yet change our for brand I mean also. Oh there. This is when you have made me feel safe, knowing that at this material moment, me no one echo. It made you phone and then I make you also. Papa not when I'm setting the password, man. He leaves his phone open and I set his password for him. That is where we had grown to. Maybe you are not there yet. It's me, my phone number here there also. When I know that me no one echo. I'm not expecting any other conversation anywhere. So forget it. Go on. But if you give me reason to doubt you, which we have spoken about, and the phone, oh that because you have given me reason not to trust you. Right? Yes. So boundaries and mutual responsibility are what will help to sustain any relationship, plus any other thing you learn along this way. Any questions, any perspectives, any contribution on all that we have shared, if you remember anything. If there's any slide you want me to go to, I can quickly do that in the next 2 minutes. Yes, Prissy. Support, okay.
Sometimes the men feel that their ego will be bruised.
Their what?
Ego.
Their ego, okay.
Yes, so because of that, they wouldn't want the woman to support them. You find they say, "Omuko data, no oba need to." The person feels like, "Hey, me na me bema, and na oba tuya." Into no on person sabe. See what will people say about that? But me, the advice I'll say is, those people, those people you are thinking about, maybe they are not even watching you. Or my dream pony so. So you can allow them, and some people too, when maybe the woman is doing something for them, they feel like, hey, nipa you see an salary across Rajamin. So they'll feel said nipa no would not respect them. So that's where they start doing other things. So I advise the men that you shouldn't feel jealous, or you shouldn't feel threatened when your woman is doing well. Support the woman to also do well.
Remember, no one the passer. 1% spend it is our
1%.
Oh, you had a unison in the response. I had it there. And you 1%. Some of Mutie. Me bano ho. Me person visa me man mo pa ho to. 1%. Thanks for adding. Where is the ego? But I say, you're not complaining. Prissy, can that member for someone diamond tessa? Oh dear. And that should not also turn you to become a gold digger. The fact that the woman is helping, you don't throw all the burden on the women. But I feel a healthy love relationship is Sakona and Saba. And they are corner with your lot now. What is the ego in this one? Ego. Of course, we didn't even touch on that one. Ego now, baby. We come in our salary in yet. About the salary in yet. Until ego no dey then. You see, these are the things that add up, and men carry a lot of burden, and they are not able to be vulnerable with their partners in relationships. They become resentful because ni mu no ni sisi ka na o dey tia lunch no. Wa chan ho be na tia ko ejuma. Enti wo na the hero. I sound to me nka. So they become resentful. Okay, I'll come to her. You wanted to say something? John, did you want to say something? Or you're okay?
No, please, I wanted to.
You wanted to? Is yours on this issue. Okay, please, let's take yours and then we'll take George. Uh-huh.
So about the supportiveness,
Yes.
I think some of the guys too are being interfered by
Okay, volume small.
about the supportiveness. Some of the guys who are being influenced by social media, because most of the guys on social media are saying that don't support your wife, don't give her this, don't give. Meanwhile, they are giving their wives and their partners their support, and you are taking the advice from them. Because currently an issue came up, a Nigerian influencer who got married, and the guy has been talking bad about girls, like girls are this, don't get married, like they'll do this, and some people took the advice for not helping their partners. So I think the guys also like peer influence and other things,
On
especially on
social
social media,
media.
X and TikTok.
Okay, thank you very much. You see, we spoke about using social media responsibly in our relationship. When I want what is good for you, that influencer has not experienced your experience. It's not in your environment. Does not know anything about you. So why would you think that influencers Asana Okano should apply to you? And Ebeye Jumama. Please, recently a friend of ours in the office made a quote. He says that when you are in a place and there's a lot of rumor mongering and that kind of thing, before we say, don't base your perception on somebody's experience. Experience your own experience. Oh, this manager is not good. That's what you have heard, though. Into so time manager. Experience your own experience, not social media. We cannot do away with, but we don't go there and learn things that will hurt you. Your relationship is unique. No other relationship will be like yours. You can only take an advice and not that told them wash it. But you don't go and carry something and come and dump it on your path. It will not work. So please let us be guided about the things we hear, especially we the youth. And social media we cannot do away with, but we have to have responsive use of it. Yes, George, back to you. Did you have something to say? Please go ahead. You be the last. Any other person has something to say? Any other person? David, and you, and who else? Our time. The three of you, take the three, and then we'll bring our today's discussion to an end. Okay, go on, George.
Please, I wanted to know with the help hand in hand.
Esakwana esaba no. Sabro
Please,
funu.
patch what's that? Obano.
Turn out to buy.
Okay, with the patch I won't say. Remember, ni bi wo ho no ma. Obano fro. Na waka cho say, oh, me per se. Me pay be a data and airtime. They're mistaken. No akokoye airtime. Na obema na kase obesho wasu. That thing I don't see it to be like
Menti ase sese
only oba na relationship na waka chop oba na bisa o say oba be okokoye de oba na bisa o so per data per data. Then you mistakenly go and do airtime.
So you make an error.
Yes.
Yes, there's an error that has been done.
Yes.
And then
I don't know.
then the girl, the one you bought the data, catch your wow toy and so are they?
Because why a mistake it's way being also a boas.
Or can I go so and that's why it's serious.
Serious. Okay, like okay.
Love
it. Like once and all kind of. No.
No, it's serious.
No more like
very serious. Now already no.
So this one is I remember like
next obisa wasadi a
no, if obisa me obisa pakoni bisa na ade na the person will give it to you.
Yes, because oye
And now
mistake
trust obe eso beba ni mu.
so beba no mu oye mistake no so beba na so nti onya kwa na obe mistake. Okay, Matthias say asa we me all back no me nya na nka me bisa the question ye nya na ye nam first and foremost we bisa me data head just for na be frame na just me ti aka na to data dey for friend so and so friend kaka be friend na is a mitiaka. Don't be asking for data from anybody. Get your own data. And when they make mistakes, you have to correct them in love. Please correct each other in love. Why? Mamu ko bo obi asum obi ba obo na asum say. You know who diago. Why, George? No who diago.
Okay,
Yes, please.
with the social media thing, I feel like if you go and listen to what people see, it's kind of kind of inferiority complex. You don't see yourself to be someone who can think on your own, do stuff on your own. So you need someone's opinion, someone's perspective to guide it. But
Absolutely.
that's very very bad.
Yeah.
You should be able to stand on your own as a human being.
Absolutely.
Like try your possible best to like do things
Be
your way,
focused.
make your own mistakes.
And learn from it.
Yeah,
Actually, so those things should be for entertainment purposes. There are no places you're going to learn and picking things into your journey. For entertainment.
Influence are the
Know yourself. We talked about
why
it.
they
Like
listen
I
to
said,
influencers?
who you are. And know the journey you want to embark on. Influencer, what? Come on. Come on. Yes. Please, David.
Okay, so thank you. I feel like it was a very fruitful discussion. Yeah, and we should, as youth, we should center it, on the word of God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before you make any choice, you should, as I saw it there's discernment.
Yeah.
So you should discern before if you see a guy, you see a woman, you see the looks, you see everything. Forget about that. The Bible says that no man after the flesh or according to the flesh. So go to God, ask God, is this person right for me? If you're able to choose right, all of these things would follow. And you see, the Bible talks about the fruits of the spirit in Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. If we are bearing the fruits of the spirit.
Yeah.
So what I do is that the fruit of the spirit, ABR, if you've not achieved up to the utmost, then we have to work on it so that we can get there, all the fruit of the spirit, because your relationship will become easier if the fruits are coming forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it becomes easier.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And also there was one thing I wanted to say, that when you make the choices, we learned about character traits, temperaments. Yeah. So we shouldn't feel like, saying a meeting, once we get into we should seek for advice from somebody, a spiritual person. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We should have somebody God should be the center of it. If you are not doing it for marriage, please forget about it.
Yeah.
It's not time to be doing trial and because we
error.
are youth. You would want to be exploring, but please, if you are going into a relationship, you should have the motive that you are going to marry. You're going to end up in marriage. Otherwise, please, somebody say read your books.
The play will be too much. Thank you very much for those rich additions to what we have discussed. I mean, it sums up everything. We all have temperaments, we all have behavioral traits, but it's the Holy Spirit that is able to water down whatever negativity we have as traits and make it productive and useful for each other. So, I mean, everything is on the word of God. Please, he says that be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. AKA, young person or no. Thank you very much for having your attention. God bless you. Your hand is up. Your hand is up. Okay, you take your question whilst I disintegrate and then the leaders take over. Please. Yes, let's hear you. Yes,
Thank you
ma'am.
very much. I missed most parts of it, but then I want to ask, I want you to throw more light on the accountability part.
Accountability.
Yes, to each other. I
Yes.
see it more like, I don't know about, to me, I see it as a oh report, so will be kind of, I say
Okay.
you're seeking permission from somebody, kind of like you have to know everything.
Okay. So what we said about accountability is that you yourself should be accountable to yourself before you can demand accountability from somebody else. So you should be able to own up to your mistakes, own up to things that you are not comfortable with, not proud of. You yourself should be able to have that accountability. Then you expect your other person to also be accountable when they err on their side. It's not reporting yourself to somebody, but staying true to yourself. Okay. So then you are going into that relationship with a very clear mind because you are staying true to yourself. You are able to hold yourself accountable to your mistakes and you don't project your errors to your partner. Obi wɔ hɔ a ɔno ayɛ bɔne no, they already come into the space with a projection. A person projects bɔne na wayɛ no on you. So they will never admit to their wrong. They always will find a way of winding around and manipulating you out to accept so now. Oh yeah, because you did something. That is not being accountable to yourself. And you cannot hold the other person accountable if you are in that state. Stay true to yourself, own up to your mistakes. Let's have it resolved and it becomes a canker. That's another thing we also discussed. That if there's an issue, it's better you talk about it today than to hold on onto it until it becomes a very big issue later, which will break trust and break the relationship.
So this part is you owning your mistakes.
Yes.
But then I'm looking at it where it's like, yeah, I don't want to use report, but then it's like you're reporting to this person. Oh, I'm here. I'm going there. I'm out with friends.
Oh,
Is that what accountability should entail? Like that kind of thing. It's like I feel you've kind of sold a part of your freedom to somebody. Like
we also said that love relationship should not make you lose yourself. So the fact that I'm in a relationship with you, I shouldn't lose myself. If I'm the outgoing person and I have friends, should I throw my friends away because now I'm in a relationship with you? No. Should you not be able to understand me that I'm a very social person before we met?
so what if you don't get someone like that?
We'll work it out. We'll come to an agreement somehow. You learn me, I learn you. Then we come to a compromise somehow. Yes? Okay. Thank you very much. Oh, Mr. Coleman, you have something to say. Okay. Yes.
A situation where the girl will be listening to her friends more than you, the guy, because they believe their friends are always right, so they are
Right.
always listening to the
Oh, grab that
friends
person's
more than.
hand and get a counselor for her, okay? The person needs a counselor. Okay. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Amal. Yeah,